In 2020, Keanu tested himself in a new genre of modern art. Cyberpunk 2077 was an ambitious video game from the Polish studio CD Projekt Red, which gained recognition for their Witcher game series. The company created unprecedented hype around its new project and added to the army of Geralt of Rivia fans. With Cyberpunk 2077, a new crowd of fans of chrome, neon, and cybernetic implants would emerge.
Can we find whoever did this? I need to shake their hand.
The insane project was inspired by the board game Cyberpunk 2020 by Michael Podsmith, which the artist created back in the 90s. Back then, Michael thought of our time as a far future in which, after a great war, the world began to be ruled by corporations.
Yep, goddamn right.
Let's not engage in any comparisons and return to the game. CD Projekt Red had been developing Cyberpunk since 2012. Even before the game had a plot, the studio executives fed the audience with promises of something wholly new and extraordinary. They continued to garner hype for the game at every opportunity. At the game's presentation in 2018, they showed a teaser that raised the level of anticipation to the moon, a non-linear plot, and the ability to create characters from scratch. Players would be able to choose their character's background, which would affect the whole story. Add to that a slew of small features that would set Cyberpunk 2077 apart from any other franchise in the medium.
Sounds good, but what does it really mean?
After the pretentious presentation, creative director Sebastian Stepien, responsible for the scripts of the first and second Witcher, left the project. In the following year, the genre would be quietly changed in the game's description. This once non-linear RPG would now be altered to an action RPG without any further explanation. However, this upset would soon be stifled by its next big presentation in 2019, where a new trailer featuring Keanu Reeves would appear on the screen.
Please welcome Keanu Reeves.
The actor did not just get a cameo in the game, but played the main character, Johnny Silverhand, a keen fighter against corporations and a real rock star.
Is really going to be breathtaking. You're breathtaking!
For the transformation, Keanu again used the motion capture technology he was acquainted with while filming The Matrix. By the way, the developers paid tribute to this film's trilogy, and in one of the missions even recreated the fight between Morpheus and the agent frame by frame.
I'm sure it is.
Keanu himself gave his hero not only appearance, movements, and facial expressions, but also the most significant number of lines among all heroes, except for the player himself. His appearance are full of black humor, catchphrases, nihilistic nonsense, and touching episodes.
You're a dick, you know? And you're a cunt. Maybe we'll fit together after all.
Also, in Cyberpunk, Reeves starred in probably the most explicit sex scene of his career. But all this could not help the success of Cyberpunk 2077. Keanu, like thousands of deceived fans, was lured into the world of Cyberpunk by the incredible 2018 presentation. But man proposes, God disposes. Immediately after the release, fan criticism would destroy Cyberpunk 2077. After all the promises, players would be left with another open-world genre clone, in which your choices affect nothing. The initial release of Cyberpunk 2077 was riddled with game-breaking bugs and glitches that made it near impossible to enjoy.
Each to their own, Johnny.
That's what peeps with bad taste always say.
Cyberpunk was deservedly called the disappointment of the year. But Keanu's acting would not lead to a Razzie for this one. However, it should be noted that the developers fixed the lion's share of errors over the next 2 years, although few people were interested in this.
Still a big step forward.
Despite the failure, Keanu continued to immerse himself in the world of video games. No, I'm not talking about a cheap attempt to cash in on the John Wick franchise. In this game, Keanu, fortunately, did not have time to take part.
That is such a relief!
In 2021, the actor joined another game project. In partnership with Warner Bros., Epic Games presented a game engine that allows you to simulate entire metropolises. Of course, the topic for such a display was chosen appropriately. The Matrix has become more relevant than ever. In addition, this demonstration with Keanu and Carrie-Anne Moss worked well for the upcoming screening of the unexpected continuation of the cult trilogy, The Matrix Resurrections.
Get on!
The news about another chapter in the story of Neo and Trinity caused awe and nostalgia among millions of Matrix fans.
I'm living inside a computer-generated reality that has imprisoned me. Again.
And Warner Brothers was counting on this. Millions who witnessed Zion's victory in their 20s will immediately put on black raincoats and glasses, load up on popcorn, and rush to the premiere to remember the times of their youth. Although even the most devoted fans immediately started to look for a catch because The Matrix is a complete story. The main character died.
No. Whoa, what do you mean, no?
Whoops, spoiler alert. What? Honestly, I'm not ashamed. Take offense at the fact that there was an escape in Shawshank Redemption, or say that you haven't heard of the Titanic's door theory.
Stay on, Rose.
How there wasn't enough space for Jack? Well, this is all another story. In short, the main characters died. People and machines somehow reconciled. Oracle mumbled something about the sun. Happy end.
The war is over!
And here is not just some new story in the movie universe, but a sequel where there will be Neo and Trinity. Do you also doubt that something will come out of this?
Yeah.
But the fact that Keanu and Carrie-Anne Moss agreed to participate gave hope that a miracle might happen. Looking ahead, here's another spoiler for you. No miracle occurred.
Why?
The screenplay was written by Lana Wachowski, Davey Mitchell, and Alexander Hammond. And this is where the catches began to appear. Lana's co-writer was not Lily, her sister, as was the case in all of the previous parts, but Davey Mitchell and Alexander Hammond, who do not have a single successful film to their credit. And to be completely honest, they don't have enough credits at all. After some brainstorming, we can speculate that the script was intriguing because it helped Lana lure Reeves, Moss, and investors into her movie. And then, the whispers of doubt turned into a roar of disappointment. Making a film is like clockwork. To get a high-quality product, you need every detail to be original and in its place. But what do we get if we replace the mechanisms and gears with cheaper ones? It'll no longer be original, but a fake. This is how The Matrix Resurrections became such a fake. A new team of costume designers, makeup artists, stunt directors, cinematographers, and even editors. And all of these gears and mechanisms are less professional and qualified. This is not only contempt for the people who helped create a masterpiece, but also, in some sense, a scam.
I'm sorry about this.
In addition to Keanu and Carrie-Anne, the cast was joined by Jonathan Groff, who played Agent Smith.
Mr. Anderson!
Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, who replaced Morpheus,
I know exactly what you need.
and Neil Patrick Harris, who was prevented from showing his talent in the role of mysterious psychologist by a lack of musical numbers.
How dramatic.
Of course, this is not the entire acting ensemble, but even after such an odd brief list, we can doubt the professional abilities of the casting director. Likewise, studios skimp on projects when they're unsure of the potential of sequels and try to tighten their belts to guarantee profit at the box office.
Oh, no.
I don't know if Lana Wachowski knew it, but she failed to create a Rolex. Instead of an expensive Swiss watch, she gave us a fake one bought from a street swindler. I won't get into a detailed comparison of the trilogy and the new part. Thousands of angry critics have already done it before me. Let's just put the fights against the Merovingian minions from the second and fourth parts side by side.
This isn't happening. It's in my mind. It's in my mind.
The release of the fourth Matrix was delayed due to the pandemic, and the premiere took place on December 2021. The film was drowned in harsh reviews, and given the above, this is not surprising.
Yeah, we kept some kids entertained.
So worth it?
Hey, do you like our work? Let us know with your like and comment. Push that subscribe button and share with your friends. If you want to support the project financially, become our sponsor on Patreon or YouTube sponsorship. Thank you.